Hello and welcome to week 1 of the new season 3 of the Seafoam Miles Draft League. This is battle number 2 of this week. It is between Colin and the Geneva Genesects and Pharaoh and the Pure Hearts of Steel. Two coaches are here on screen. The Z Pokemon for both teams. For Colin, we have Z Attack Lycanroc, Z Any Shiftry, and for Pharaoh, we have Z Any Xurkitree and Z Attack Phalanx. 3 out of the 4 Z Pokemon are here. Phalanx is not here. Just off first glance, Scrafty looks terrifying. Let's see, that's one Psychic. That's a Blissey as well. Blissey is, if Blissey comes in on, or if Blissey is allowed to stay in against Scrafty, that's bad news. There's no real resists at all to both of Scrafty's stabs, so that's pretty scary. Pharaoh's best hope is probably to keep Beedrill alive. Beedrill will take care of 3 out of these 4 Pokemon. I say 3, maybe 2.5, because Lycanroc can just Accelerock and delete Beedrill, which there's no chance Lycanroc is not carrying at least one priority move. So that's looking pretty scary for Pharaoh. Garchomp also looks like it's going to be pretty scary. Any physical attacker against, well, Blissey especially, but against Mega Beedrill, and any ground type against Xurkitree, it's always scary. Ground type against Poison type is also scary. The good thing is there's no Dragon Resist for Regidrago, but it's pretty slow, so its signature move is probably not going to be very effective. Especially just because even though it has a massive HP stat like Blissey, it's going to be pretty susceptible to just getting chipped away. It looks to me like there are like 3 big threats on Colin's team, and I think it's going to be Garchomp, Vikavolt, one of the 2, and Scrafty. But I'll just see how this goes and see what all happens, so we'll get into it. Leads, we have Vikavolt for Colin and Slowbro for Pharaoh. Vikavolt sets up webs. Shell Sidearm. Not quite sure what its secondary effect is, but it does 27% to Vikavolt, which Volt switches out into Scrafty. And Shell Sidearm does 26% to Scrafty. Then Slowbro switches out for Rillaboom. The Grassy Seed setting up some defense boosts. However, it looks like Scrafty goes for a bulk up, calling out that switch. This is going to be a little scary. Fake Out will not let Scrafty set up this turn, but Leftovers is going to pretty much restore that damage alongside the grassy terrain. Rillaboom goes for a Swords Dance. Drain Punch is going to do 39%. Pretty decent damage, all things considered, but Swords Dance on Rillaboom is huge. Knockoff does 10%. The quad resisted knockoff will still remove Leftovers, though, potentially decreasing longevity. Drain Punch still doing a pretty good 34%. Grassy Glide does 52%. Wow, Scrafty is bulky, and I did not realize that. That's insane. Drain Punch doing 37%. Now both teams are going to lose that residual healing. Out comes Slowbro. This is going to quad resist Drain Punch, but he calls out Slowbro with a knockoff. That's going to KO it. It's now 6-5 in Colin's favor. Out comes Beedrill. I think one knockoff will do it. I don't know if Beedrill outspeeds, though. Uses Poison Jab instead of U-turn. That's kind of huge. Knockoff one-hit KOs. Poison Jab doing 35%. No poison, though. Out comes Rillaboom. Grassy Terrain going back up. Grassy Glide does not KO. It does 31%. Drain Punch will heal back just a little bit of damage, KOing the Rillaboom. It's now 6-3 in Colin's favor, just like that. Out comes Regidrago. Anti-Life Orb, the Regidrago. Uses Dragon Dance. Knockoff does 67%. removing Chesto Berry. This might have been a Chesto-Resto set. Outrage is going to KO Scrafty. That was a huge threat for Colin's team, especially against Pharaoh, so that's one removed at least. But now out comes Garchomp, going to outspeed and use Dragon Claw, KOing Regidrago. Now 5-2 in Colin's favor. Xurkitree comes out. This might have a Z Crystal. Out comes Vikavolt. There's a Z Crystal. Z Hypnosis is going to raise speed again. Oh my goodness, the Lumberry calling out the Z Hypnosis. That is a crazy play. Tail Glow is used. Bug Buzz does 67%. And a Raw Hypnosis hits. Wow, okay. That's pretty nice. Anyways, out comes Shiftry. Thunderbolt would have one-hit KO'd, but this is going to be a Sucker Punch to KO. Now Shiftry is pretty much in control against Blissey here. If it has a good physical move, Protect is used. This might be Sucker Punch? Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade will not hit because of Protect, but it now hits doing 36%. And Shadow Ball KOs Shiftry. Now 4-1, but out comes Shrapnel. The Lycanroc taunt is going to prevent it from wishing instead of soft boiling. This is... oh, it has close combat. I didn't know it got close combat. It's a Gen 8 thing, I bet. But it close combats the Blissey, taking it down, not really so like you would in Gen 4, and Colin wins by a score of 4-0. Pretty decisive battle, I think. Shiftry kind of ran through the team. Ran through Pharaoh's team. A lot of the things it could KO, it did. It got rid of Pharaoh's two bigger threats in Slowbro and Mega Beedrill. Looked pretty threatening to take out Blissey if it came in. And with that, that ends the battle. Tune in for more battles later this week.